Hey, this is Terra Invicta, and I'm going to say that this is the first episode of Season 11. I went back on what I thought, especially because we hadn't played in like a couple of weeks. I decided that this feels more like the beginning of a new season than the last episode did. The last episode was mainly like wrapping up a bunch of stuff that was still kind of up in the air anyway. But now we get to recruit all the people to fight against Demogorgon. And we're going to begin by going back to basics, back to Calabar, back to the beginning. I've brought up our beautiful little Calabar map here from so long ago. 5 years ago when we began this campaign.
I'm still on the Sea Wyvern map.
Oh, I didn't switch everybody over. Give me a second. Embarrassing. Here we go.
Okay, that's better.
There you go.
Question, is it
you don't remember, Seth? The Calabar was the ship. That was it was just a city in a ship.
Is it still July 15th?
I think we're gonna say it is July 16th now.
Okay.
I think you've spent the night at him at his tower. And it is the next day that you plane shift back using Dragos' help to the material plane. I think the plan was basically to go down river, eventually reaching like in the Soul Realm side, the river that is basically parallel to where Calabar is, and then kind of pull into the harbor from there. So I think we begin our episode seeing all of you on. You sent the Sea Wyvern. Remind me if I'm forgetting this. You sent the Sea Wyvern back a while ago, didn't you? With Lavinia and them after the. I think it was after you got to Broken Reach, because you couldn't go to the Wells of Darkness with the Sea Wyvern, and so you sent the monks, Tabris, the Lion Angel, and Lavinia back on the Sea Wyvern, I believe was the case.
It was July 15th for so long, I don't remember when that was.
I know, and lots of things have happened. But I think we see you guys, it doesn't really matter what boat you're in. It probably doesn't matter because you immediately go to a dock and then walk the rest of the way. We'll pick up with you guys entering Calabar and seeing the city. And it looks like it's been in better shape. I don't think there's like an army actively attacking it or anything, but you see signs that there has been conflict. And you guys remember, the tieflings of West Africa are mad right now. So this is probably an issue here, just like it was everywhere on West Africa. And so that is likely a thing that they've had to deal with. There's some damage to the city and things that have happened. But you walk in, kind of breathing in familiar smells, seeing familiar sights, and returning to the place your adventure began so long ago. And I'm curious where you guys would go first. Obviously, you sent all of the other NPCs that were with you before back to Calabar as well. So they're in theory here. They should have gotten back here with the Agents of Pain help. And I think Dragos helped them too, actually. I think it's probably him who teleported you here. What do you guys do? What do we see?
Do we go to Lavinia's place?
Yeah, that'd be an easy first place to go, right? Lavinia's manor is right over here.
And then I definitely want to, check in on the monastery.
Yes.
Pretty early on.
Yep, that's definitely one of the things that will likely happen here. I think it makes sense that we get a little bit of a montage of you guys walking through the city, revisiting or, seeing old places as you pass them that are familiar, but, a little weathered, a little worn, sometimes damaged. The city has seen conflict, but it definitely seems like things are still functioning here. And we see you guys arrive at Lavinia's manor, and I think it is a very busy place, right? We see people running in and out. The first time you guys went to Lavinia's manor back in the first adventure, the first session, it was very bare, right? She had one servant, Carla, and pretty much no one else. All of her possessions had been sold off to pay debts and stuff. So you're walking in on a very different place. It's not like that a bunch of the decorations are back or anything, but it's very busy. You see servants, and it's not necessarily like house servants that you see, but like you see people on errands, right? You see runners, you see some what look like to be city guard probably, and they're coming in and out. And as you enter the manor and get led to Lavinia, you see that she is at the dining table that you originally met her. And she is standing over a map of Calabar and has a bunch of various reports and documents next to her. And standing next to her is Deacon Ross and Juno Tremulous. As a reminder, Deacon Ross is the member of the Order of the Bitter Curtain that first inducted Takui, and that you guys got put in charge of the Shadow Shore, the district that had all sorts of criminal problems. And then Anna assassinated the guy in charge of it, and you guys put this guy in charge instead. So he's a resident noble of the city. And then Juno Tremulous also was rejoining politics. His father was a noble, and he decided to do that instead of playing pretend at the neighborhood watch the last time you left him. And so you see him here as well, right? Working side by side with these two other nobles. There's maybe a handful of other nobles that we don't see or that we don't recognize as well. But they're obviously it seems like maybe there was a big conflict that has just recently ended, and cleanup is happening, and order is being restored to Calabar. And it seems like Lavinia and Deacon Ross and Juno are all at the head of it. Probably immediately Lavinia looks up and smiles, and she says, "It is so good to see you. I'm glad that you are here, safe and sound. Does that mean we... how did it go? Your mission?"
Is that when Tavi and
you don't see them here yet. Let me take a look at my notes real quick. If there's anyone else here. You see Zondalan is here of the people that you sent back as well. He's standing nearby. But you don't see the others yet.
Okay. I just figured that would be well, you could ask them. Well,
Yeah. I mean, that's certainly probably happened. You're right. Because Zondalan's here. He was with the others as well. She could probably ask something like, I think she'd say this. I'll rewind. It's so good to see you. I'm glad that you made it back in one piece. The others tell me that your mission has succeeded, and now comes the hard part.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little intensified. It becomes more real.
Yeah, Juno is already walking over at this point and gonna give you a handshake and bro hug Audrin, right? And Deacon Ross is nodding in appreciation at all of you as well, right? In turn, and I think probably Deacon speaks up at that point and says, "You just missed the fun. There has definitely been some conflict of our. There's been some. We've had some difficulties of our own here in Calabar, but I think the worst is behind us, which is good for you because I assume you're here looking for allies."
You assume correctly. So,
What are you implying? I feel like Deacon would be able to pick up on it, but I don't know what it is.
Well, he said you're looking for allies, so I'm like, yeah. So.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you. I think he says, well, of course, you'll have the whatever we can spare of Calabar behind you, but it probably would behoove you to go and visit the factions while you're here. And, well, we haven't had time to officially warn or prepare the rest of Calabar citizens for what is truly ahead of us. And Lavinia says, of course you have the might of the family Vanderboren behind you. Yeah, I think that's all she says. One thing I think you guys notice, I'm going to say Anna notices this because she's has a high insight. You can see that as the groups, that like noble the nobles here are deliberating over various things, and like in between these snippets of conversations, they're having to like answer like errand boys and stuff and send out reports, and it's very busy, right? You see, Anna, that Lavinia and Deacon seem very familiar with each other. Like they're standing kind of close to each other, and they're like, like more than they should be familiar, like amiable towards each other, it seems like. But yeah, Emily notices
we did
Anna
a
notices.
swap.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about Carla? Has Carla found her?
Oh, well, you don't know. She's back at Far Shore right now.
With Avner.
No, Abner does not deserve joy.
Carla can fix him.
I do
think-
believe that that's where you're going to go next after Calabar, right?
We're gonna go fix
the Isle of Dread.
Avner.
No, you're going to go to the Isle of Dread.
Watch, Avner's going to be the reason why this whole plan happens. He's going to be so annoying talking to Demogorgon.
Yeah, obviously.
That reminds me, I need to send
He'll
you
be like,
something.
Demogorgon, I deserve an audience.
Oh my gosh! Somebody has to replace Demogorgon, and it's gonna be Avner.
I believe
You remember how I wrote down a note a long time ago, Jordan? And the only note was Avner becomes a god? ? I did write that down at one point. I'll just say that.
We were just thinking in the opposite direction.
Yeah. I don't remember who brought that up at one point, but I think it was you.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
With this insight I have,
Mhm.
after he's like, we've had like conflict of our own here, and
Yeah.
then I might be like, and some romance.
You say it out loud.
I feel like Anna might.
You're like, oh, a little trouble in paradise.
Yeah.
Say something to the effect of like,
Yeah.
we've had some conflict, and then I'm like,
Sorry, I forgot to do
It's
this.
fine. I'm okay.
and maybe some love, like, and kind of like do a little like,
Yeah. I think Juno frowns and looks up at you and just says, "What are you talking about?" And Lavinia and Deacon are just kind of standing silent, kind of slightly awkward.
or
And
not.
I think, Rook, I think a noblewoman who is standing nearby that you don't recognize. She looks maybe half Azamar or something like that. She says, what does she say? She's going to acknowledge that in some way, but I'm trying to think of how she would do so.
Someone's got to rebuild the Vanderboren name.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You know what? I think this noblewoman mutters under her breath. Well, I'll have to rebuild the Vanderboren family somehow. And I think Lavinia at that point says, well, I suppose we should make sure that you have everything you need.
I probably like for walking away. I just want to be like, I'm so sorry. I thought it was really obvious to everyone. I didn't know it's a secret.
Yeah. It's not, it's just, it's, I think you get the sense that like it's in the very, very early stages still. And so they're not, yeah. I do think as you're walking, because again, this is going to be a whole big montage. I don't expect there to be any real conflict that's going to happen while you're here in Calabar. It's going to be mainly like little vignettes and things. I think we see, or we're here as you guys like walk away and maybe Zahn is filling you in on like, okay, and here's where the other guys have went, and you can go pick them up and figure out where you need to do next. You hear someone come and bring a report and say, I think Deacon says, as someone runs in, well, what about Zebula? Are the Marivanchis joining in the cleanup? And you guys remember that Zebula is actually Avner's father, right? He's actually like a noble of the city. And this errand boy, whoever this runner is, who comes in and says, I'm afraid to say that Zebula was found to be killed in fighting. It seems that he had a number of tiefling slaves that turned on him and ripped him apart soon after the fighting began. He's been dead for some days now. And Deacon kind of makes a slightly grossed out face, and then just says, "Very well, I suppose we'll have to elect a new noble soon then."
Wait, that was Avner's father?
Yeah.
Was it Avner's grandfather that's at Far Shore then?
Uncle.
Okay.
Yep.
I was very confused.
Yep. Yeah, a little snippet that you hear as you walk away. And then Zahn probably just fills you in on, like, since we've arrived, we've been helping out where we can. Most of us have been revisiting old haunts and helping rebuild after whatever happened here. Apparently the tieflings all rose up and, well, lots of fighting in the streets. A demon tried to rally them to attack Calabar and defeat, take it over, using whatever was going on with Demogorgon and all that. But the people you left behind here in Calabar, they did their work well.
What about the fight club that we were a part of?
The Iron Brigade, I suppose, they have been some of the fiercest fighters in all of this.
I feel like we might try to find some allies over there.
I believe Nestor is there now.
Nestor.
Reestablishing old friendships. Yeah, so I have a whole big long list here of people that you can go talk to and meet. Feel free to do so.
What about...
Yeah, I think the general idea with all of this is basically going to be, you can go wherever you want to. If you want to actually have a scene, we can assume that you're going everywhere, even if we don't actually play it out. But the general idea is going to be, regathering your allies that you want to actually join the cause. And I mean, it's up to you how you actually want to go about doing this in terms of, like, are you just telling people, like, we need you to fight Demogorgon? Or do you need something for them to do specifically? How are you planning on going about this? Like the current mission is, check off allies and give them their orders so that they can get into position and attack Gaping Maw at the same time, right? So likely, I mean, you can get the armies of Calabar on your side, but you do need you need some way to get them to Gaping Maw at the very least, right? That doesn't need to be decided now, but
What? Sorry, on the note of characters we could get to help us. What about like those one side story characters that we played like twice?
Yeah. I have them on this list here.
Okay.
When you go to the Advent League, they'll be there because they were part of the Advent League.
I literally the only thing I have is the name of the character I played. I remember nothing about him.
We got Marvin. We got whatever Alyssa's Pixie's name was, and then you have whatever that guy's name.
Gumeros.
All I duelist.
Tiefling fighter.
Oh,
literally the only thing.
He might not be a part of the recruitment.
That's the I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
If he was a tiefling, he might not. be
one of the things. Never mind. He's not here right now. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Who do you want to visit next?
I have a quick question. So, if I'm understanding the one thing you told me to look up again. So essentially, the thing I had in the Chaos realm was like a fake god of death. I have written down in my notes. Or at least just a big agent of chaos.
Yeah, I mean, ignore that note if there's a note about the god of death there. I'm not sure what that means.
No, god of chaos.
Get a god of chaos. Yes. So basically, it's not Madoc, right? That was the
I know.
Was there? It is a devourer that you met, right? Or some part of it, or piece of it, or force that is kind of it.
But wasn't it like pretending to be the god of chaos?
It may have been at some point. I don't know if that's relevant.
Well, it is in a certain sense. Let me double check my notes. Because essentially, since the collectors are all about chaos, I'm like, hey, someone is being a faker. Let's go beat them up. Is my idea.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that you could bring that up to them, right? Like we got a new bad god of chaos that we need to deal with, basically. Yeah.
Guys.
I just
Yeah.
more so meant like, hey, someone's being in a big imposter. Wait, it was...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think even if I implied that 5 years ago, I don't think that is an issue that you guys have to deal with. I think other things have been like the collectors haven't had some sort of subplot this whole time where they've been slowly being corrupted by Zorgoth. That is not the case.
I wasn't even saying that. I was just saying like we could say like, hey, he's been like acting like the god of chaos when he's not. Yep. That's okay. Equensu.
No, yes. So Aquensu, this actually does matter. Aquensu is the god that Demogorgon is pretending to be. In the Igbaye pantheon. So that ended up being resolved a long time ago where you guys learned his true name and everything. Basically, I may have at one point said he was the god of chaos, maybe, or implied that.
I have written down iconography for Equensu. He's the god of bargains, trade.
Yeah.
Something.
It should be like, and war.
War, yes, war and chaos.
Yes, okay. That seems accurate enough. Yes, you've learned at this point that Demogorgon kind of like subverted and replaced a god of the Igbaye pantheon and pretended to be him for a while. Oh,
and I'm just all I'm getting as that might be enough for the collectors to be like, no, we have it.
In all honesty, the collectors were already going to be on board no matter what, right? Like they've been a part of the Order of the Bitter Curtain pantheon stuff anyway. So
okay, I was just curious because I saw that in the notes and
that makes sense.
Wanted to ask about it.
Yep.
Or I forgot.
You know those crazy ideas I'm famous for?
Yep.
What's the name of the general that's gonna be faithful to Demogorgon no matter what?
The general who's going to be faithful to Demogorgon no matter what?
I know you had like a list of people like of the demons that we would probably not be able to turn against Demogorgon.
Yes.
Orcus, the Lord of Undeath.
That was one of the guys that you probably could get to turn.
Oh, okay, let's see.
So if you're talking about a demon, the ones that are like on his side that likely would not be able to be turned is Malkenthet, the Queen of the Succubi.
Her.
And I believe Dagont, Lord of the Depths, is probably the other one.
Okay.
I think those are the two that are on his side.
I think I figured out how to get them on our side.
Okay.
You guys remember the swords that we stored in the rock?
I was literally talking about that with Caleb.
I was wondering if that was going to come up again.
And the idea of maybe presenting Demogorgon with one sword, and then the others with the other swords.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Now, I'll tell you right now, Audrin, with your 30 intelligence, you know that would not work against Demogorgon. Yeah. He's way too powerful. It's likely not going to work against Demon Lords. But giving it to lieutenants or other people who are maybe more influenced by magic items, certainly a possibility. You could just go pick them up, put them in your bag of holding for later, just in case.
Well, they're in a bag of holding still.
Inside the rock, yeah.
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 I think they're in a bag of holding.
I don't believe, if I remember correctly, I haven't listened to the episode. Bear in mind.
It was literally that same episode you asked me to look up. So
I don't imagine you guys would have wasted a bag of holding on that. I think you just you just did stone shape and just like stuck it in the wall.
But maybe they're just in a bag then?
I know Deli ate one.
Yeah, we all remember Deli ate one.
And the rest of them were stuck into the wall.
Contemplate what to do with the swords. Set up a sting on Parrot Island.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. Like, because there were other people who had the swords. You set up a sting on Parrot Island.
Meld into stone the bag of holding. So they are in a bag of holding.
All right.
So
easy enough.
Could be like
you just have to find the right people to give it to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, let's be real, right? You're reaching endgame. You should use all the potions that you found in the game, right? You should not be the guy who gets to the end of Skyrim and hasn't used any potions.
See,
you don't mean literal potions.
There's some potions that you gotta wonder if you should drink in the first place.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yep. So I mean, that's definitely a place you could stop off.
We could make the demons eat the swords. We know how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get them to do it willingly, though.
I know. They don't have
no
to
one
be
else,
willing. We
no
can
one
just
else
stab
has
them in the
exactly
throat.
the
I
same thing
double
as you.
dog dare you to eat that sword, demon.
So obviously we know that Emily wants Anna to go to Father Valentine at some point. Go back to the monastery. There's the Iron Brigade you could go to. You could go to the Order of the Bitter Curtain. You could go to the Collectors. You could go to the Adamant League. You could go to the Blood Sisters. You could go to the Verdict or the Green Gate Society. All of those are factions in Calabar.
What was the Green Gate Society again?
I've never interacted with the Green Gate Society, but it technically is also a faction.
That explains why they did not
You
sound
sound
familiar.
like botanists.
They're just wizards. I think they care about like interplanar stuff. Something. But But you've never talked to anyone there, so.
Hey, you guys want to know what would be a stellar idea? If you guys fought against Demigorgon with us. Yeah? Yeah? Sound like a good time? Yeah? You wizarding powers? Yeah?
And again, like this session, I don't particularly care to. I don't think we need to play out like a whole thing where like you have to convince X people per se. The Calabar is going to be the easy place to get allies, I think, especially because like Lavinia and Deacon and Juno are like in charge of the city council and stuff. Mainly my hope here was to get some vignettes based on what you guys want to do and the people you want to talk to in the city. And we can assume that most of the stuff like that, like, I don't know if we need to spend, half an hour talking to an NPC we've never met before, the Green Gate Society, to try to get them on board. I'm more interested in going back through, like, go to the Isle of Dread and get the Phanatons, go to the Feywild and get the genies, like all of that stuff, right?
Harpo.
I want to talk to the shop owner from the guy that we tried to steal from Calabar.
Do you mean the rowboat merchant?
Yeah,
I
was going to say the rowboat merchants. Can we talk to them?
Them too.
Yeah, you could talk to them. Who are you talking about?
There was once in like the first couple of sessions, I think, that we had, like, for some reason we were trying to like infiltrate this accessory shop or something.
It was to get to the guy that I was supposed to assassinate, like the leader of whatever area, right? That we had to we had information that we were going through this shop about it.
Accessory shop. So the thing that I remember that you're probably referring to, Jordan, is in the adventure, there was a taxidermist. Is that what you're talking about? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, in the original adventure, he tries to leave town. I don't think he's just still at his taxidermy shop because he was like working with the Lotus Dragons and everything.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think he's still around. But hey, if you do want to go visit your rowboat friend who gave you a bunch of rowboats and that you destroyed his rowboats, we could do that.
That rowboat guy.
I have a note about that guy. If you want to stop by just for funsies.
How many rowboats of his did we destroy?
At least 2.
I definitely want to stop by the Adamant League for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, my only plan was to talk by the Bitter Curtain and talk to Deacon Ross, which he's already been.
I think probably Deacon Ross probably tells you, Takewee, that currently Tabris, your Lion Angel friend, Surge, Conrad, and Jiro are all at the Order of the Bitter Curtain place right now. That's where they are. So you'll have to stop by there anyway.
Yeah, I tell him Git's gone, by the way, if he didn't know.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what? I think we should play that out slightly. And I think maybe we have Deacon say, like, I will meet you guys at the church of the Order of the Curtain at some point, and then we can have that conversation there. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be played out, but I know that
it doesn't need to be played out super extensively, but yeah, I'd like to have that moment if we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it makes sense to have it in the middle of the war room, basically, there.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Especially because he was really awkward because of the Lavinia thing and stuff. He was looking at you like, ah.
Oh, shoot. We kind of kissed last time we saw each other, huh?
Yep.
And he doesn't know about Audrey and I. Well, no, Lavinia probably told him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
He knows. We're good.
But yeah, so it's up to you guys. Who you want to go to first?
There's There's a part of me that wants to address the rowboat guy.
Do it.
Let's do it. I want to talk to the
I think it's literally just like you pass by unintentionally, right? At some point,
Yeah.
right? You pass by that way, and you see his little shop, and it looks mostly intact. But one thing you actually notice as you pass by is you see a very familiar sight sitting in a rowboat among his various other rowboats for sale. You see Harpo sitting in a rowboat.
Freaking course.
And he just waves. Hello.
Harpo!
How did you get here?
I do not know.
We can't keep running
answer.
into each other like this.
That's the answer to that question pretty much every time.
You were in a different dimension.
And they cut me loose. I
That was a
floated here.
mistake.
Oh, Harpo, what are you doing these days?
The same thing as I do every day. Sitting in a
Trying
rowboat.
to take over the world.
I was expecting.
And I think at that point,
It's
Mr.
Harpo.
Rowboat
It's
Merchant
Harpo
comes
and
out.
the boat.
Yeah. Mr. Rowboat Merchant comes out of his like shop and starts walking down. And I would like to imagine that he is, if Terra Invicta is like animated like an anime, this guy looks very eerily familiar, like the cabbage merchant, right? He has
That's
like
what I
kind
was
of green
hoping.
hair, and he's like scratching his balding head as he steps out, and he's just like, "All right, what am I going to do?" Oh, it's you. Hello, Audrin. It's been a long time.
Do I know his name?
You can make it up. I can also make it up.
You don't want me to make it up because I was about to go with Boat Tholomew. Roland.
I'll find a. Let's say this guy is Pedro.
Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
Pedro.
Ah, yes.
It's good to see you, my friend. See, we have some unfinished business, I think.
Yes, you owe me for 2 rowboats.
It's funny you should mention that. And I go to my robe of useful items and pull off the exactly two rowboats.
Now, when I listen back through the campaign, I really hope that it was 2.
I have it written on my character sheet.
Oh, nice. What I mean is not that you have it in the robe of useful items, that it was actually 2 that you destroyed. I'm pretty sure it was, but yes. And he sees you do this, and at first he's skeptical, right? And then his eyes widen, and then he says, well, I suppose that... But you owe me interest. I could have had 2 rowboats this entire time.
I was like, he takes off the 3 wooden ladder patches. Or no, he takes off 2 of them. It's like, here, have some ladders.
Sure. He grabs them and like sets them down. Then he turns and he says, do you know this creature?
Oh yeah, Harpo. He's Harpo.
Yes, Harpo. We all know Harpo. Now, his rowboat is some of the finest material that I've ever come across, but I can't seem to get him out of it. Do you have any thought on how to do so?
You will have to consult the Council of Jinn.
The
Speaking
Council
of,
what?
Harpo, do you have any way for us to get in contact with said council by any chance?
Well, you should just try to free me. I would probably
I
bring
must
them
say,
around
literally,
right quick.
if we do that, because we have sworn that we would not try to do that, and if we did, that they would intervene.
Mm-hmm. Now, it
That's one
wouldn't
way to
be
get their
necessarily,
attention really quickly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be necessarily the best way to get off on the right foot with them, but it's one. Don't you have some other way to get to the Feywild? It's just in the Feywild. You could probably just wander around the Feywild waving your arms. With me, I mean, if you bring me along, I'm sure it would come up eventually.
I do have plane shift. I do not have something to plane shift to the Feywild.
Well, luckily, you were in Calabar, the most exotic and rich city in this part of the world, which you can buy pretty much any magic item.
We also used a lot of our gold last time
Also true.
because we bought 3 things of. We brought 3 planar tuning forks.
We still
Did you
have
you
some
buy one for
stuff.
the
Let me
Feywild, though?
check Party Gold.
Oh, okay. Huh?
did you buy one that's attuned to the Feywild though?
I thought you
no.
did.
I have that we have.
You sure?
Unless I have Pazunia, Shadow Realm, Shadowfell.
Okay, so you have one for Pazunia, Wells of Darkness,
Hmm.
I assume is what that other one is, and then the Shadowfell generally. That makes sense.
Yeah, Soul Realm and Shadowfell.
we still had
Oh, Soul
12,000
Realm, okay.
gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean 12,000 is perfectly fine for buying one tuning fork to the Feywild. That's an easy one.
Oh, and the tuning forks we were buying were at a more expensive price if I remember right. Too.
Yeah, I mean here it's like just whatever the spell says.
We specifically bought stuff there because there were things we probably wouldn't have been able to buy elsewhere if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But yeah, one to the Feywild is an easy one to get, so that's
Okay.
not really an issue. But yes, I think the Pedro says, so if you do manage to, get him out of it, would you, bring me back the rowboat? In one piece, mind you.
That is the hard part.
I think we could try to do that.
I don't know if 2 ladders quite cuts it. I'll need one more rowboat to make us even.
Teach a man to fish. He won't respect your ladder. I don't know.
Not one of your best ones, Jordan, though. I gotta say that.
I don't know. I'm just like,
But yes, I mean, honestly, at that point, you can probably just leave Harpo here for now, right? And you
Yeah.
can come back and pick him up when you're leaving Calibar.
Clearly, he will show up next time we need him.
Also, that probably, right? But it does seem like that's one of the things that's like on the horizon. Definitely is like going to the Feywild, going to the Feywild and talking to the Jinn Council, the Synod, the Genie Synod, and getting them to remove his curse so you can use his wish.
do we have any way to get the void dragons on our side?
All you gotta do is visit the Court of Stars, and they're likely just to give you a big thumbs up. I mean, this is kind of their whole jam. If you just tell them this is the plan, we're going against Demogorgon, Mikhail will just be like, "Sounds good."
Cool.
Yeah, that's not going to be the hard part. But yeah, where do you go after you pass by Pedro's rowboats?
Pedro. It
just depends on who you actually want to, have a conversation with. We can assume you're going to all these places, but
yeah. I don't think there's any particular conversations Audrin feels like he needs to have. I mean, he's already got like Juno.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any conversations that Audrin specifically feels like he needs to have in Calabar with people.
Yep, and that was always my intention, right? Like it felt weird to me to have any sort of like challenge to, you got to get the people of Calabar on your side. It's like, nah, you have so many friends here, and they all are like powerful people. They can just tell people to do it, right?
It'd probably be a different story if we didn't make friends in Calabar.
Exactly, yeah. If the Terra Nullius crew had come back to Spain, they would have been like, "Get out of here! We don't serve your kind."
I do kind of, Deli does kind of want to have a conversation at the collectors just because. I mean, here's the thing though. She looks different, but that's probably normal for them.
Uh-huh. Yep, you got Alan Dale there.
Mhm.
I think Lavinia probably told you, or someone, maybe Zahn, told you that Lavrella went there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what would I even talk with Alan about though?
Again, I am assuming you guys are going to all these places, but
Mhm.
we don't actually have to play out a conversation unless we really have.
Part of me
something to say.
wants to, but then I realized the funny part of like, what happened to you, Deli would be like, oh, hi, Deli.
Yeah, exactly.
It's normal for them to come back as like,
Yeah.
with a fish head or something like that. It's
Very
the
normal.
collectors.
You show up, Alan Dale immediately recognizes you and just puts you right back to work, hands you a corrupted magic item. Can you eat this, please?
It's like, I can't do that anymore.
Oh, well, that's such a shame.
It's like, oh, it's useful.
And they, probably he like goes back to to a room where they've just been storing all of these magic items that they're hoping that you'd be able to eat at some point, and then they just throw it back in there.
Actually, here, look at this. You go, well, actually, these are powerful magical people.
This is also a perfect time, and we don't necessarily need to play out this in session, but if you have any particular magic items you would like to attempt to purchase or acquire, now would be the time to do it.
Well, Deli would look at all those magical. Is there a way we could use all of the magical junk?
I don't know. We can just add it to the list of things that Jordan can use in his master plan to defeat Demogorgon.
Because, like, we could make, part of me is like in my head thinking we make like a chaos beam of taking all this arcane energy and like funneling it into a chaotic death ray somehow, but I don't know how that would happen.
We use all of the magic and energy from the magical items and we pour them into the Warforged.
And then Surge dies.
No, not Surge. We pour them to create new Warforged.
Oh. And then they're all weird cursed magic item.
What's that? What's that spell? Like what is it? I may have lost it actually.
They're like fallen Warforged.
I say we put it on a list, and we might be able to figure out something to do with it later.
I don't know what it would be, but I do want to figure out how to expand my attunement slots, because I currently cannot use the Amulet of the Plains.
I thought I had that amulet. Or am I thinking of something else?
I know that you guys got one from Vren, right? And I think it was Audrin who stole it from him.
Right.
But I mean, he could have given it to you. I don't remember.
Because what's the Amulet of the Plains do again?
It just allows you. It allows you to cast Plane Shift basically for free, right?
You can use an action and name a location that you're familiar with on another plane of existence, then make a DC 15 intelligence check. On a successful check, you cast Plane Shift.
Right. Okay.
On a failure, other things happen. But it does require attunement.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't have it then.
Yeah. That's why Audrin has it, but he doth not own it.
Yep. The again, I'm assuming that you're going to all these places and telling them like, you got to join our army and we'll have a master plan and then you'll be part of it. But we don't necessarily need to have that conversation because we don't actually know the master plan yet. So, who else do we need to like have conversations with? Obviously Father Valentine, and then we can have that conversation at the Order of the Bitter Curtain as well.
What happened to that? Okay, remind me. I think the answer is he died. But what happened to that one guy that Deli was trying to befriend?
Yeah, Kurgle. He's here.
Kurgle.
Yeah, I remember I said this last time. I think he was on a boat. Well, he took the Blue Nixie. He took Lavinia's boat all the way back from the Isle of Dread and went back to establish a trade route with Calabar. And he's just been here ever since.
Okay, for some reason I thought he died in like the big boat crash.
He disappeared, I think, for a while.
Was he the one that was training me to use pistols?
No, that guy did die. That was a dwarf guy, who died.
Man, I wanted to show him my cool new pistols.
Yeah. He's looking down from dwarf heaven, nodding in approval.
This doesn't need a conversation, but I was thinking I would like to talk to Muriel, my old mentor.
I could not remember her name, so I'm glad that you did. I did write her down here. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you guys visit the Adamant League, right? We get, I think we see that reunion, right? Lyrith, Tavi are there. Your side stories characters are there. We see Marvin and your little pixie character, Alyssa. We see Muriel. We see Captain Silvio, like the leader of the Adamant League. And of course, we see Boo Boo, who is on Captain Silvia's shoulder and then jumps to yours, Audrin. Right? So we have that little reunion. Exactly. I had a really, whole depressing time where I tried to recreate you as a robot because I was really sad, and now you're here.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I think, there's obviously some reunion that happens there. You guys fill them in on various things. Muriel, approves of your progress, Takewee, obviously. But I think probably the main thing that maybe happens when you're there is at one point you notice that the Adamant League has a few of their rooms kind of cordoned off, and you hear kind of like mumbling and ranting from some of these rooms. And I assume at some point it comes up in conversation, and Captain Silvio looks at you sadly and says, like, yes, there are some among us who succumbed to whatever is going on, the tieflings, including my dear poor wife. And you remember this like really bossy, tidy tiefling woman who you had a whole giant thing with way long ago, and she's not she's not in danger or anything. She's been restrained and whatnot, but obviously not in her right mind. And of course Gethris as well is being restrained here and kept from hurting anyone else or himself as well. Yeah, so we see that little tidbit as well. You can of course take Boo Boo with you if you really wanted to, but he's literally a CR 1/8 baboon or whatever. But of course, you also see Kurgle, right? Kurgle is actually at the Adamant League Lodge because he was like a sailor and stuff. He captained the Blue Nixie all the way back here, and I mean, it's up to you, Seth, if you want to have a conversation with him.
I don't even remember why he hated me.
I know. Well, he did.
Was it because his friend died?
You just failed every role that you ever tried to do anything with him is really the main reason. You tried to, you both were kind of like gruff loners, and you kept trying to like relate to him, and he just was like, I'd rather just be on my own. So maybe I think all we really need to see here is like you guys are all talking with various people at the Adamant League, and we see Kurgle in the corner of the room, and he just has his hands across his chest, and he gives you one nod. And like, okay, everything's all right.
Glad it wasn't a roll.
It's just not important, right? We've moved past it so much. We can of course also montage like the moment of the Order of the Bitter Curtain and or the Iron Brigade. You guys, we can even say, let's do this. Let's say Iron Brigade first, right? You guys head over there and you start talking to all of these various like buff dudes who are part of the arena, and you guys like were part of that whole team sport thing that you guys did forever ago, and they talk to you about all like the fighting they did against the Tiefling and Demon army that attacked Calabar, and you guys promised them glory and whatever conflict you have ahead of you. Kosan, the like Lion Man leader of the whole thing, is very excited about this, and if you have anything particular you want to say, you can feel free to say it, but just another one of those vignettes. Part of the issue here is, right, like we could, of course, play out any of these conversations, but we're so removed from the relationships you had with these characters that,
I think we're good.
Yeah, Nestor was here as well, right? Like rekindling old friendships and stuff, and revealing to people that he was actually a secret king this whole time, and my name isn't really Carrick, all that stuff. We see the Order of the Bitter Curtain, right? You head to this like small chapel where you first, after you died and were resurrected, Takewee, you found your way here because you were kind of lost, didn't know what was going on. And Deacon Ross meets you there, and you have this conversation. The Tabris is here. Surge, Conrad, and Jiro are all here because they have connections to the Order of the Bitter Curtain above any of the other factions of Calabar. I think you get one of the little snippets that we hear is Jiro is like the only tiefling in the whole city right now who isn't under this whole madness curse thing. So, there was a whole big issue when he first arrived, where people were like, is he gonna turn mad? And he had to, whole big thing where Lavinia had to vouch for him and everything. So he's regaling you of that. And then I think Deacon shows up, right? And then he just says, Takewee, it's good to see you. Good to see you all. There is still a fight ahead of us. I'm glad that we were able to deal with this problem without you. I was worried for a moment, but Calabar rallied together and we did it.
Yeah, good old-fashioned Cali.
Glad that everybody is mostly safe.
And we have a path ahead of us that we can walk in order to finish this. That's what gives me the most hope, is that without that, there would still be... I don't know if we could deal with this long term. It's too big of a change, too massive of a problem. It needs to be dealt with. And in all honesty, I'm glad that you're the ones to deal with it. Not that I don't wish to be the hero, of course, but I can see now that the Pantheon was preparing all of you for this all along. And I didn't need to have a Phoenix mark to be a part of it. Speaking of Phoenixes, I heard that Get didn't make it.
No, but he, in a way, became the Phoenix.
Yeah? Well, I suppose that would put a little spring in his step, wouldn't it? Wherever
None
he
of
is.
these people would be here without him. You know, I feel so indebted to him, that he didn't even tell us what he was doing.
Well, sometimes it's sort of difficult for him to do so.
True.
Very like Get.
Very like him. We miss him already, but I feel like in a way he is here.
Of course. Yes. I'm happy for you, Takewee. And I think we can see that, Audrin is talking to someone else right now, maybe Surge, right? And there's a moment here where just you two talking.
Thank you. I'm happy for you too.
Thank you. I still don't know if it's going anywhere quite yet, but... Well, it's been the two of us. And Juno as a little bit of an awkward third wheel, who, well, I won't say that we saved the city, but I think between the people, I think with the people that I have here in Calabar, I think things are going to be good. Even
So too.
after all of the Demogorgon stuff. I think it's all going to work out.
I'm glad you see it that way. And thank you for making me see that when I was at my lowest point.
Of course.
I'll always think the best of you.
As are you. And you could not do better than a man as fine as Audrin.
Thank you, I agree.
I think, and he looks at Audrin, more than any of us, he's going to be the reason that we win. And I think Mikhail has always seen that.
You can say that again. I don't need a
You
god
just hear
count.
Audrin say something like, "No, that's not how babies are made, Surge."
Yeah.
He's
He's like, "Oh, really? Are you sure? Because I heard some people talking about it in a very particular way, and I can guarantee."
That's not. Nope.
I feel like he's the equivalent of like a spread. No mating.
Yes. Yeah. Very Spren-like qualities to Surge, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has I think according to the actual D&D character creation rules, we chose the transformed familiar background for him, right? The idea that he used to be an elemental, basically, right? So he sees the world in a completely different way and now is kind of immortal. So it's a very, very odd thing to experience. But yeah, I think Tabris comes over to you, just as still as a lion, right? He's been kind of just laying near the altar of the chapel at the end of the little room here, and he pads on lion feet over to you, Takewee, and he says, Are we going to bring the fight to the demons yet?
We'll get there. We need more allies, though. The people in Calabar are not enough.
Well, at least I was here to fight them when they attacked Calabar, but slim pickings. Too few demons, too few and far between.
Yeah,
I'll be happy. I'll be happy when we get to Gaping Maw and I can sink my teeth into the lot of them anywhere I look.
We'll get them. Don't worry. Patience.
I think we also hear what's your Warhammer's name again? I
Oh,
somehow forgot.
40K.
H2. Hold on.
Okay, I feel less bad now.
Dust Crusher.
Dust Crusher, yeah. You also hear Dust Crusher just say like, you know what? He doesn't say anything. He just gives you a feeling, like an agreement feeling, right? Like, I agree with that guy.
Patience.
Yeah. You see like your hand clench on the rod that is Dust Crusher without the firehead, and yeah, you say that. Yeah, I mean Conrad is here, and what's his face, Jiro as well.
Real quick before I forget again.
Yep.
The one guy at Far Shore that got killed by like the one sword that we couldn't res, is he back now?
That's Zandalon. Yeah, that was the guy that you, the one member of the Jade Ravens who.
Yeah.
So he's here, and I think the plan will be he'll come with you so that when he gets back to Scuttle Cove,
was just making sure.
Yeah.
We're just making sure we weren't forgetting someone on accident. Nope. I couldn't remember their name.
We just see Zahn standing in the walls of darkness. Guys.
I'm just trying to think of people that could be allies.
Yeah, of course. I'm imagining that Zahn is going to come with you because he'll eventually get back to Scuttle Cove where the other Jade Ravens are, and he can reunite with them there. My thought is that we were going to go in chronological order here. We were going to go from Calabar to the Isle of Dread, and then the Isle of Dread to Scuttle Cove. Right, and then you can recruit allies as you go, however you would like. I don't imagine we need to, as long as that's okay with you, take the entire giant roster of NPCs with you. You can obviously bring like whoever randos you pick specifically, but you could do it if you want to, Emily. You could do it. You could grab whoever you want. I'm putting my official, like, I prefer not to have to play 15 NPCs.
You don't have to.
We clearly need to bring our new boat friend.
Yes, you're going to bring Harpo, I assume, right?
Yes. We need to take him to the Feywild.
Not Pedro. Pedro.
Get the genies on our side.
Yes.
I was thinking of Pedro.
Yeah. Because, like, in theory, what's happening here, right, is Audrin already knows part of the plan, even if Jordan doesn't, right? And he's starting to put the pieces together and tell people what he wants them to do, right? That's part of what we've been seeing through this whole thing, I think, is like we see Audrin, while other people are having conversations, he's talking frantically with like Lavinia or whoever, and he's been like, okay, so I'm starting to put this plan together, and here's what your role in it is, and it'll all come together in the end, but we don't necessarily need to have them all slowly crowd around you as you go from place to place per se, right? Because there's like preparations to be done in Far Shore, there's preparations to be done in Calabar. There'll be people, in theory, will have other things to do besides follow you around.
In theory, as
I like to say.
Now, what I really want is I want to hear a conversation between Father Valentine and Anna.
We obviously want that.
Father Valentine had many nuns. Many nuns had
Father Valentine. Anna's one of them.
Anymore. She's going to slay Demogorg.
I mean, I think that's pretty much the only other person, unless Anna, you wanted to go to the Blood Sisters, or if anyone wanted to go to the Verdict in town.
I feel like maybe you'll go to we'll see how this goes with Father Valentine.
Yeah. So this conversation with Father Valentine is going to be very monumental. So I think it should be the last thing we do. Is there anything else that you guys want to get up to before we have that?
I want to see if there's any way that I can break through my limits
And
Okay,
go even
what
further
limits are those?
beyond.
and go further beyond. My
doing
limits
what?
being, I want to figure out if there's a way to have more attunement slots.
Yes.
I'm an
yes.
artificer, gosh darn it.
Yeah. Well, didn't we say that like the person probably to talk to there is like Ronan? That's one thing that you guys notice is the Agents of Pain are not here. Zon probably says they moved on to Sigil already to touch base again with the with the Lady of Pain, and you will catch up with them when you get back to Sigil, which I assume is another place that's on the list of places to go, right? So, I mean, yeah, you could try to work on that here if you wanted to. But like the likely person to do that is, in terms of like who is the like person who has the most magical knowledge in the setting for this sort of thing, it's likely Ronan.
Right. Which makes sense.
But you could also go to hey, wait a second. Audrin, you're part of the Verdict now. You can just go to the Verdict place here in town and talk to Sergio Braga, the wizard that we saw forever ago, who talked to Anna and there was a whole thing there. You stole some magic items from him forever ago. You can just go talk to that guy. He's a wizard. He's part of the Verdict. You have the resources of the Verdict at your disposal.
Okay, yeah, I'll go.
Do it.
I'll go have a conversation with them.
So I think we see Audrin walk up to a kind of unassuming building. I believe I'm gonna double check my notes on this actually. Where the actual Verdict headquarters is in Calabar. Let's see. So let's see. Yeah, unassuming building. That's what I thought. So most visitors pass by this unassuming building without giving it a second glance. But to those who recognize the hourglass and gavel symbol carved into the front door, this headquarters is perhaps the most reliable source of information and aid in the city. And so we see you walk up to this and, give the special knock or whatever it is, and you're let in. And I think this wizard, who he has darker hair speckled with gray, and he has spectacles, and he says, "You look familiar. Do I know you?"
Has Audrin actually met him?
No. Anna met him. I think it's the only person who actually met him. You stole this from him before it got to him, that like collection of magic items or whatever it was that you stole.
I don't even remember what I stole or why.
It was like some figurines of wondrous power, I believe is what it was.
Oh.
The ones that caused the problem in that one temple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna not mention that at all.
Yep, I figured.
It's Sergio Braga. Is that what you said?
Sergio Braga. Yep.
Sergio Braga. Like, you must be Sergio.
Yes, that is what they call me. Again, do I know you?
I don't believe we've met. My name is Audrin.
All right.
I recently have come into a. Can I just say, like, I'm a part of the Verdict now?
Yeah, I mean, you gave the secret knock, so he pretty much already knows that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
whatever that is, I don't know what that is.
Shave and a haircut.
It might not be a knock at all, right? But whatever secret thing you need to do.
Throw some shoes up over some.
Yep, that's what it is. Yeah.
Everything in this.
Thieves' Cant is required to join the Verdict.
Yeah. Well, it's the opposite. It's like Thieves' Cant, but it's actually inverted. So the shoes.
It's Thieves' Can.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
I like how both Alyssa and
was good.
Emily were
That
just
was
like,
good.
no.
That was good.
That one was actually genuinely good.
That was good.
I thought
liked
that's
it.
where you were going, so when you didn't immediately say it.
Nope. Brain wasn't there. My brain was on the shoes. I'm like, how do you like invert a shoe?
Very carefully. Yeah, I mean, you could basically just say, like, you know, I'm a new member of the Verdict and I'm here to blank, right?
So, I'm a new member of the Verdict. I have this limitation that I would like to figure out a way to overcome.
So, all right. I suppose that is what many people come to the Verdict to do.
I want to try to increase the amount of items I can attune to at once.
Yes, you and everyone else in this world.
And can I just like rattle off some crazy knowledge that nobody else in the world should be able to know?
Yeah.
Yogi Bear was an underrated character. And I'll just roll. Should I just roll intelligence?
Yeah, you impress him with your intelligence, basically. Like, I'm not everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Sure.
Arcana or
sure, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, 30 will do it. He says, all right. I suppose you can't join the Verdict without knowing your way around things. I'll be honest, Audrin, many people have tried this. It's one of the limitations. What do you know about the way magic items bond to a person? And the main thing that you would know, and that we would know as Terra Nullius characters and stuff, is that like they're made. A lot of them are made with life energy, like the body magic. Some of them are made with mind stuff. It's the sort of thing where like they have kind of a life of their own in some way, and bonding more than a certain number with yourself is detrimental to you, typically, right? It's not that you can't do it, kind of. It's like your body's like rejecting, or your body or your mind or your soul, or whatever it is, right? It's rejecting this from being a thing because it's going to harm you. So you have to figure some way to like increase your capacity in some regard. And that's what he kind of lays out to you, right? As he asks you that, you can relay it back to him, and then he confirms it, right?
so. What if they aren't purely bonding to me?
What would they be bonding to, Audrin?
Well, why not each other?
I see. You're talking about maybe siphoning off the effects of an item and trying to imbue it into another.
That is the original direction I tried to take with this. But I wonder if there's a way that instead of siphoning from one another, they can become load-bearing with one another.
Yes, use the mind or body or soul of the item to offset some of the effect on you. I suppose that's possible, though getting them to cooperate would be an issue. If they're already part of a set, that might be easier. What items do you have in mind particularly? We should start with something specific.
I think I have it in my bio, the 3 things that I'm actually... Okay. So... I have the winged boots, the rapier of warning, and the amulet of health. So I'm thinking Thinking maybe amulet with amulet makes sense in my head.
Well, do you want to do the thing where you siphon it off, or do you want to do the thing where like they're helping each other to sustain the lattice of magic effects?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think if I could like somehow tie the Rapier of Warning to it in a way that like when I'm using the Rapier of Warning, maybe like I can't use the while I'm using the Rapier of Warning, I can't really use the Amulet of the Plains. And while I'm using the Amulet of the Plains, I don't gain the benefits of the Rapier of Warning.
Right.
So it's like,
go ahead.
Like I can't lean on both of them at the same time. I have to. It's like I can only turn one on and one off. Like I have to turn
That
them
seems
on
like
and
a
off.
very easy thing to accomplish. Yeah. I think Sergio basically says that seems like an easy first step. Yes. Much more difficult to do anything else we've suggested. I think we should start there. I must say I'm intrigued by this project. Are you sure we haven't met before?
Not as far as I remember.
Something about the name Audrin seems familiar. Well, maybe it will come to me. And then we see him like at one point digging up the names of all of you who like stole from him and worked for the Adamant League, but by that point you were so long gone at the Aladred and everything that it didn't matter, and he forgot about it eventually. But even if he does remember it at this point, it won't matter because you're part of the verdict, right? He can't do anything against you.
Well, I just imagine that like he finds it out at the exact moment that he like hears from what's the name of the main verdict guy?
Him.
He hears from him, and it's like, hey, by the way, this guy, he needs, whatever, I don't know what that conversation would be that him would have with. But it would just be funny if it's like, oh man, I need like, oh, that Audrin. Then it's like, by the way, here's what Audrin's actually doing. And it's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, project on and off switch.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like Arcana, right? I think you can take advantage because you're working with Sergio, but I honestly think with all of Audrin's knowledge and ability at this point, this seems like a pretty easy thing to accomplish. Very reasonable.
Okay. Shall roll it.
Well, it's a good thing you had advantage because
Do I need the
that would have
Flash
been
of Genius?
with a 41, no. No, I said it was going to be easy.
I don't need a 51.
And no, you do not need a 51. If you'd like to give yourself a 51 for no apparent reason, you go right ahead, my dude.
I was going to say, I was curious to see what would happen if he had crit failed. Like, what would have happened?
I don't know, and I'm glad we don't have to think about it.
Okay.
So what you said basically is like you're getting them to. I'm imagining, because again, you're talking to almost like a personality with magic items. Some of them are more sentient than others, right? Or they're actually sapient, but they all have like a flicker of something, right? And so really you're just talking to them, right? You figure out how to talk in their language. And I think it, like a lot of things for Audrin, it comes down to like knowing patterns, right? Figuring out the order of things and like understanding how things work, right? You pick it apart magically. Sergio has some capability with which to do that. Maybe another magic item that allows you to like read the abilities of magic items, something like that, right? Verdict resources and stuff. And you realize that you figure out how to communicate with them. That's the main thing that you figure out here, right? You learned the language that you need to like talk to them. And then you just tell them to go to sleep for a little while when a particular trigger happens, right? You just like give them some instructions. And because you've done that, the attunement sticks.
He's cheating on his magic items, essentially.
Shh, I promise you're the only one for me. Yeah. Go to sleep. Yep. And so, yeah, so particularly this was, just to make sure I'm on the same page with you, Rapier of Warning and Amulet of Health.
No, Amulet of the Plains.
Amulet of the Plains. Okay. So basically, Rapier of Warning always on, unless you use Amulet of the Plains and Rapier Warning turns off, right? All right, cool.
Until after we use the Amulet of the Plains. So theoretically, they should never have to conflict.
Yep. I think probably the only way it would become a problem is if as soon as you plane shifted to the new place, you were immediately attacked. There might be some slight delay that someone who knew this was the case would be able to take advantage of, but that's unlikely. So yeah. Sweet, I dig it. I think the most important piece that Audrin learns here is the language, right? Is how to talk to magic items. That's the big breakthrough you have here.
Wait. I've just learned how to talk to magic items. Now right now I'm only talking to ones that I'm attuned with and can kind of turn that attunement on and off. Yep. I think Audrin realizes in this moment, wait, what if I can talk to magic items that I'm not attuned with? Mm-hmm. What if I can figure out a way to turn other people's magic items off? Definitely
a cool next step. Yep.
It's like, oh, you're attuned to that? Not anymore.
Hey, buddy, you want to be friends with me, magic item? Go to sleep. Yeah. I mean, we already knew this was possible given the cosmology, right? It's just that Audrin, with his possible 51 on this roll and all the resources of the verdict in Calabar at his disposal, and with a wizard helping you out, I think it's you have a breakthrough here. And this is a breakthrough you've been working on for years at this point, right? Or at least, as long as the campaign's been going. Sweet. Okay, do we want to have a conversation with Father Valentine? All right.
No.
Is Anna going alone? As far as you know, your honor guard is at the monastery, and so is Benedict right now, in addition to Father.
Yeah, that's I'm like, I don't really see why I would bring anybody else with me.
It makes sense that maybe when Audrin goes off to do this, everybody else goes off to do individual things in whatever way they want to. Yeah. Okay. So you walk into the monastery.
Remind me what I was told about him. Just that he knows more than it seems.
Yes. I'm trying to remember who the first person was who told you that. Was it Shami Amore? Or was it someone else? Was it Dragos? No, was it him? I don't remember. I know that the knight who you summoned with the deck of many things and died in your arms told you, go talk to Father Valentine. But I'm pretty sure it came up before then. I just listened to the episode today and I don't remember who it was.
When you uncover lies about Father Valentine, it's amore.
Exactly. It may have been. I don't know if Shami Amore knew about Father Valentine, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I just know,
she knew about him. Father Valentine and Shami Amore are the same person. I saw that twist coming a long ago.
Darn it! Erase something. You have been warned by someone, I don't remember who, but basically they said Father Valentine knows more than he is letting on.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember the context either. This is so weird. I literally listened to the episode today and I remember hearing that. I just don't remember.
I mean, there was the random night when the thing with the deck of many things happened.
Yes, but that was an additional thing. She had already been told by someone, like Father Valentine knows more. It must have been him. It must have been him.
Was it in the last episode?
Yeah.
I'm positive it was him.
Let me look
I think that makes the most sense. Because Shami Amore has never met Father Valentine, as far as you guys know, right? And she would have no reason to bring him up. Dragos has never met the guy. I think it must have been him. Because him knows everything, right? So that would have been a very on-brand thing for him to do.
Knows everything.
Exactly. So yes, you've been warned that Father Valentine knows something. About you?
I don't know yet.
Yeah. So yeah, what do we see?
I walk in.
Remind me, does Anna still pretty much wear the same clothes, or has it changed since she originally was at the monastery at all?
I think I pretty much wear the same clothes.
I think so, right?
I think
like the
even when we
baggy-
said like I was disguised or something, like I made it clear that it was like
Very
hee
basic
hee hee.
disguise.
Like
Yeah. Put a scarf on or something.
yeah, I did something like, oh, I drew a little mustache on my face. Like hee hee hee. There's my
Yeah,
disguise.
yeah.
Couldn't be me.
I seem to remember at the beginning of season 9 that we did have a slight costume change. Now that I'm remembering, but I don't. It's up to you. You could have always just put the same monastery clothes back on.
Yeah,
Up to you.
I'm
What
trying
do
to
you?
think. Like
What do we see?
maybe I got like a nicer fabric for my monastery
Yeah.
clothes.
I think that might have been the case. I think
Like-
I remember something like that.
Like so bad of me to waste money.
A little
by,
bit
like,
fancy, yeah.
by getting like fancier cloth.
So we definitely see some like children that are bigger now, right? You see these like kids who've grown up that you used to like read stories to and help get dressed and like
They'll be able to
food
join
and
us in the
everything.
fight.
Yeah,
it
child,
hasn't been
come
that
my child
long.
soldiers.
It's been what, like
No, it's
6
been months. Yeah, it's been months. But what I mean is, like,
Yeah.
there's a couple of children who, in that 6-month span, have grown
Yeah.
considerably because they're like hitting puberty or whatever, right? And it's like at least one or two of them that like were your favorites or whatever, right? Are
Yeah.
like distinctly different to your eyes. And you see some of the other monks and whatnot like give you strange looks because they recognize you, but they're doing a double case. Like, can't be Anna, right? What is she wearing, right? And I think probably first the honor guard comes up to you, right? You see the 4 that you rescued
Yeah.
from the prison, and you know they walk over to you, and they seem a lot better off than they were when you got them out of the prison, right? They're cleaned up and their wounds have healed at this point and all that. And probably the girl says, Anna, so good to see you. How did everything go?
Our mission was a success, but we do now face an even bigger fight.
Well, we'll be with you every step of the way. We owe you everything. And the other 3 like nod, like Father Valentine has officially assigned us to you as your honor guard.
Oh, okay. That's
We will defend you with our lives until your mission is complete.
wow. Thank you. That's a big commitment.
And I think the guy who spoke there was one of the younger guys, and I think the older man now speaks, and he says, "Child, I believe it is time you spoke with Father Valentine. I think there's something he needs to tell you."
I mean, that's what I came here for, but okay. Why do you know that I need to talk to him?
And like he's like an older guy. He might have been in the inner circle of whatever Father Valentine's secrets are, right?
Yeah.
He gives you a look like he might know things.
Okay. Is
And then
he
he
just
like nods his
in the
head.
office or whatever?
Yeah, he nods his head to where he usually is, right? Like in his chambers, meditating or something, right? And he says, your friend Benedict is with him.
Okay, well, I'll keep you guys updated on the plan.
Very good.
Yeah, Father Valentine is actually Todd Volo.
I do love all the random theories we've had about Todd Volo.
Everything is Todd Volo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I still
just
don't
can't-
remember what random cameo I gave him in this game.
Nope, but
it was really
was
early
there.
on.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I just kind of walk in to the chambers. I'm so nervous.
And yeah, they're both standing, right? And Father Valentine is talking with Benedict. And again, Father Valentine is like a kindly old man. And they're both talking, and they both look at you and stop talking. And then Benedict turns to Father Valentine and raises an eyebrow as if in question. And Father Valentine nods solemnly, and Benedict like bows to him and then turns to you and says, "I will leave you two alone." And he walks away. You can stop him if you want to.
I think I probably like
No, you know what? I think this is what he says. Benedict, he looks at you, and he says, he looks between the two of you, and he says, I can leave if you want.
I think I kind of just like look at Father Valentine, but I'm still speaking to Benedict, and I'm like, do you have like private matters to discuss with me? I was just coming to check in after being gone for so long.
Father Valentine says, yes, of course, child. You may stay if you wish, Benedict. But he looks to you for confirmation. He's like, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So he says, I see that you've been successful. Benedict tells me much about your journeys and the way you have, well, I suppose without you, all of this would be over already. We are all deeply in your debt, Anna. Sister Anna.
Aren't I? Wait, my sister or am I a mother?
Oh, yeah. You know, he probably says that, right? Blessed Mother, he says.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of like, oh, that's the first time I've heard that. But you're giving me way too much credit. I mean, it wasn't just me.
Of course. But you are the one before me, and you are a hero. And so I feel like some accolades is in order.
Thank you. What? I'm just trying to like,
What?
what? Who?
And Anna, you're good at insight. You can see on his face that he knows that
I
something
know.
is coming.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like,
He's bracing for it.
I just start doing questions of like,
Yeah.
What? How? And I just kind of go, I met him.
Ah, yes, the leader of the verdict.
And have you been keeping something from me? Like, I don't.
Have I been keeping something from you, child?
Yes. That is my question.
And he's like confirming, right? He's like wanting to make sure that you're actually saying it and that you're like clear in your because you sound is unsure, right? And so he's giving you a chance to do that. And then he looks at Benedict and he says, I suppose there has always been some question, hasn't there?
Well, not from me. I didn't have any question until...
Obviously, the two of you have always been special. Phoenix marked, I hear. And yes, I had some inkling of this all along. I knew it with you, Anna. I could sense it. But Benedict, well, it all makes sense now as well. You're both special. You're both going to save the world. And I'm proud of you. Want to make an insight check?
Yeah, like, what is it? It's only a 20. That's really not good.
Ooh, you rolled bad. You're lucky. Plus 12 is usually the highest level NPCs usually get for skills. I could have probably bumped it up higher, but you can tell that he is directly using the Phoenix Mark thing as a way to pretend that that's the only thing that's important that he's been hiding from you. But there is something else about you specifically, not Benedict.
I think I just kind of, he like says that, I take it in and I go, is there something else you've been keeping from me. If Benedict needs to leave for you to speak openly, he can. And I kind of like get a sharper look in my eye.
Yeah. He says, "It is up to you, Blessed Mother. Benedict can stay if you wish."
I would wish for you to openly tell me the truth.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
My persuasion is not very good.
I know.
6. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
reroll
use
things,
my draconic disciple. If I fail a persuasion check, I can use my reaction to re-roll it.
Okay.
Oh no.
You know what? Real quick before you roll, Benedict also says, "I would like to hear whatever it is you have to say, Father Valentine, if there is something to say. Why is there something to say?" And he's going to give you advantage.
Okay. Oh, okay, wait, let me make sure. I don't think there's anything else I can do because I'm not magical. Yeah, that's okay. That's it. Unless I just want to kill him, I could do that easily.
You're really good at that, yeah.
Okay. 20.
Oh, there you go.
20 was the DC. I trusted the dice. The dice telling the story. So he deflates a little bit and he says, "I must admit, I am ashamed to have been caught like this, keeping the truth from you, trying to hide behind implication. But no, you deserve more than that, Blessed Mother. I can see now that it has happened, and there is nothing to reverse it now. In fact, I would not want to. But you must understand that this is difficult for me, because it does... Well, I pray that you understand when I tell you all. Anna, you know that you are an orphan, yes? That we found you on the streets, much like Benedict here, and raised you in the monastery. You never knew your parents. Well, that is because you never had them. Anna, you are someone very special. Someone who has the ability to change all of this. Someone who I trust to end this, and I have been training you and guiding you towards this end ever since I knew the truth. The Lady of Providence told us that this would happen. That this was the path you needed to take to reveal who you truly were. And it has not happened exactly as she foresaw, or maybe I just misunderstood her prophecy. Me and the Lady of Prudence both. When you rejected the offer, or when you failed to gain the power, when the Lady of Pain sent you into the temple on the Isle of Dread, I thought that I had made a mistake, that I was wrong, that we were all wrong. But no, our friend the Kenku always knew. Well, maybe not knew, but he was always meant to reveal it. And the cracks are beginning to show. And so it is time for you to claim your birthright, or at least to know it, before you decide what to do next. He bows and he says, "I honor you, Lady of Pursuit."
What?
I hope that I have done right, that I have done right in your regard. And I have done whatever I can to prepare you for what you need to do next. And Benedict's just like sitting there like, wow, wow, wow. Please.
Anna's a pea lady?
Please, if you have questions, now is the time to ask. I promise I will not hold anything back anymore.
What?
He smiles.
Okay, what is, how do you,
Take your time, child.
how did I
You always were.
I just am?
You am. You are, he says.
This brings up an important question. Does Anna have a belly button?
Yes, because again, like the thing with the 9 ladies is that they are like primordial beings, but they can take on flesh, right? They can take on forms.
Okay.
It's not really that she has always been this body. She is something far more primordial than that.
Okay.
I just needed to make the joke.
Okay, so did the Lady of Providence
Yes.
contact you?
Yes, me and the Lady of Providence, the Lady of Prudence, Vincent Catherley has been involved in this from the start as well. There were a few of us who knew and who followed the plan. What the Lady of Providence had laid before us. What you would have to do to come out of your long slumber. It was a miracle that you showed yourself to us at all. We thought that you had been lost forever.
Wait, so you did some sort of like ritual to summon me here, to raise me?
No, not at all. I found you as a girl, exactly as you knew. Wandering the streets of Calabar, alone and afraid. And I took you in. It wasn't too long after that I knew the truth, but when I chose you, Anna, I chose you because you were alone and afraid. And I alone could soothe that. I have been truly a father to you, and I bitterly regret the deception that I had to play. But I believe it was necessary. This is a delicate matter, and the Lady of Providence assured us that this was the path that needed to be taken. Unless, in order for certain dangers to not come to fruition.
So you found me, and that had nothing to do with the Lady of Providence. You just found me.
As far as I know, she has not said as much. That I do not believe that either her or Prudence summoned you in any way. They longed for your arrival, of course. They wished dearly for their sister.
And then you were raising me, and then they contacted you saying that there was a prophecy?
Yes. One
about
path.
Me.
A path that you must take in order to come back to yourself fully, but also to not fall in the process. Do you understand the axes of power, the way the 9 ladies and their positions in their primordial states? Well, do you understand how all of that works?
I feel like if I've come into my power, I'm supposed to, and I just don't know anything.
Yes. That is what I'm here for, Anna. I help you understand, now that it has come, now that it has happened. The Phoenix mark has awoken it in you, truly. I can see it. On your face. I can see it. I know it. The Lady of Prudence has felt it. The Lady of Prudence is law and goodness. The Lady of Providence is neutral goodness. The balance. You, Anna, are good, but you are also chaos. And that means there is a danger. What I did in sending you to the Blood Sisters, it was necessary because of that part of your nature, but you had to make the choice. You had to see the balance before you, the tightrope you must walk, and you had to choose rightly.
Wait, sorry, Caleb. Lady of Providence is what exactly?
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good. Okay.
Or sorry. The Lady of Providence is neutral good.
Yeah.
So lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good. You're the good sisters, right?
But is that why? Wait, if I can interrupt, how long has this been cooking?
Oh, a while. I mean, I've known about the ladies for a really long time, pretty much in its infancy ever since I introduced wisdom as a goddess, right? I knew there was something weird about her and have started developing it since then. In terms of, did I know Anna was one? I knew that since I think the beginning of season 9-ish.
Okay, because I was just reading on the notes from when we were on the Chaos plane, and Anna split into the good and the chaotic part. So that just happened to coincidentally work out that way?
Well, I think we said law and chaos is what she split into, but I think you're right. I think ultimately that's what it really was when we retcon it. You know, that's what it was. It was her chaos and her goodness being split, really. And it's the sort of thing where basically, right, the Lady of Pursuit, right? And he probably can tell you a little bit about that, right? The Lady of Pursuit is like Artemis, right? You are meant to go on the hunt, the pursuit, the chase. The righteous chase. You're supposed to slay monsters. You're supposed to refuse to let evil escape just because the path is forbidden or impossible, right? That is what, I mean, and I feel like it fits Anna pretty well, right? She's obviously been growing up in a monastery, and you know, part of this for Fallen Valentine was he did want you to understand law, right? He wanted you to grow up with order, but he knew that like there was this part of your nature that was always going to come out, which was you do the reckless thing. You do the impulsive thing. You act on instinct instead of...
jump into pits.
Exactly. You jump into pits.
It also sounds like it means that you can't flirt with Mouthboy anymore.
I think that would be if I was Lady of Prudence. I couldn't... I'm a little chaotic.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's true.
So wait, so Anna's part of a magic sisterhood. Takewe's part of a magic sisterhood,
is, yes.
Which implies
Audrey's part of a magic sisterhood.
Della is the Master Pearl. That was her thing.
Yeah,
which is clearly also a sister of some sort.
Well, she doesn't have any siblings, so no. But
as far as we know,
yeah, I was an orphan. I didn't have any siblings either until just now.
Well, you had your metaphorical sisters, you know, in the monastery.
I guess.
So, Lady of Pursuit is chaotic good then.
Chaotic good, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to write these down.
Yeah, the ones that we know about now are Lady of Prudence, lawful good, Lady of Providence, neutral good, Lady of Pursuit, chaotic good. We know about the Lady of Pain, who's true neutral, and we know two of the evil ones. We know the Lady of Pride, lawful evil, and the Lady of Pleasure, chaotic good.
Chaotic evil.
Chaotic evil. We don't know neutral evil, and we don't know lawful neutral or chaotic neutral. But again, the implication with these is like they've been hibernating or like lost or something for a long time since the Devourers and stuff.
Yeah, so I think I just kind of am like, so do you know, are you like in contact with the ladies?
Not regularly, but they get me messages when I need them.
How? Like, can I talk?
The Order of St.
to them?
Cuthbert and the Order of the Bitter Curtain has long been allies. Deacon Ross has given me some missives from time to time, and others. Get was a prominent one of these. I don't know, he may not have understood fully what he was doing, awakening the Phoenix Mark, but maybe he did.
So, there's not a way for me to just talk to them?
Aren't you on your way to the Court of Stars, Anna? There will be time for that. Very soon. Sooner than you think.
Oh, are they there? Do we know that they're there?
Well, at least the Lady of Prudence is, right? Wisdom.
Yeah. Wasn't sure if Providence.
You don't know about the
was-
Lady of Providence. Yeah, and honestly,
Okay.
I think Father Valentine probably says, I don't know currently where the Lady of Providence is. She's always been a mysterious sort.
Okay.
What you will need to do now, Anna, is you will need to, well, what we want you to do is to come into your power. We need you to, so that you can stop this. You're muted, Jordan.
Does Anna get a magical girl transformation?
Well,
No.
I got.
Good.
I was gonna say, didn't you already have one?
Well,
No,
'cause
no.
we all got to choose a boon, and then Caleb was like, "Choose an extra boon."
I secretly messaged her and said, choose an extra
and
one.
nobody caught on to the fact that the boon that I chose was like something dumb, but then I also just got a
fly
flight
now.
speed.
Well, because you've had wings before.
Yeah, but I can only use them for one turn, and then they go away at the end of my turn.
Fair.
Yep, I was waiting for you guys to catch it, but
Yeah,
it
I
never
just
happened.
was kind of like, I fly up and down this pit. I'm rescuing people.
I just assumed that it was a lot more powerful than I originally thought. I was just like, oh, I didn't realize you could-
I got a secret extra boon. So that's
Wait, what was the other boon then?
I think I just got a bunch of HP or something.
Oh.
I did something, or my AC went up by 2 or 3.
I guess I
think.
just assumed the other thing was the actual boon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, the AC is going to be the most helpful thing for me, so I don't just get downed.
But yeah, I mean, the thing with the Lady of Pain, right, a while ago, where the Lady of Pain was sending you to go get the chi from the temple,
she was
that was the
trying
Lady
to-
of Pain hoping to awaken you so that she could convert you to her side, right? She's like, yes, sister, come back and like be on my side now.
is that why she hates me? Because I like didn't do it properly.
Again, she doesn't hate you. Remember, we
Yeah.
said that she didn't have any animosity towards you. She ended up pivoting her plans and had a different idea of how to use the chi based on the thing that happened with Audrey and Damien and stuff. So
I thought you were about to say she sent her to get the cheese.
yeah,
that
too. That too.
Far more different quest.
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm just.
So 3 out of the 4 members of our party are all chaos.
Deli's not chaos anymore.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you're not chaos anymore. And then honestly, Audrin, you've always been more about law. Like, I know you're technically chaotic good, but like the way that your character has worked has basically been like you want to know how things work and pick apart systems and like, so in my mind, you've always been lawful. You can still be chaotic good if you want to, but
I mean, I think
there's still chaos there, right? Obviously.
I think Audrin always wants to do the right thing, but I think the way
you were obviously like a rogue and a thief and stuff. So
the way he's willing to go about it isn't necessarily the lawful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just just kind of like do a little bow and I'm like, thank you for telling me the truth.
Cool.
I'm gonna need a little time
Is there anything else you're hiding from me?
to process what this means.
Take all the time you need. Well, you know, the end of the world is on our shoulders, but you have time.
Okay. And I think I just kind of like walk out and I like don't make eye contact or like interact with it. Even if people are trying to like say stuff to me as I walk out, I just like
Benedict
I'm
follows
trying
you.
to I just like kind of walk out and like I'm not gonna stop him from following me, but I just like need to get out and like
Yep. So Benedict follows you and we see this, you walk away, you know, kind of briskly, and he says, Anna.
I'll like stop, but I'm not gonna turn.
He grabs your arm and like, you know, not like roughly, but like, you know, to turn you. And he says, I'm sorry. Again.
You didn't know, did you?
No, I didn't, but I doubted you so many times.
I mean, I deserve to be doubted.
No, you don't. You've made the right choice,
Yeah, but
haven't you?
made some questionable ones too.
So has everyone. I suppose what matters is what you're going to do now, isn't it?
Yeah, which
But the thing is, Anna, I don't have a doubt in my mind that you'll choose the right choice this time. Because everything that Father Valentine said made perfect sense to me. You are the one who pursues evil no matter the cost, who pursues your friends when they have fallen, who will jump into the abyss itself if it means that you will jump into the abyss itself if it means that's what you have to do. I know that you're confused, but I want you to know that I'm not. I'm not. Not anymore. And he grabs your hand, and it's, again, not like a necessarily a romantic way or anything, but like
Yeah.
he grabs your hand, like clasps it in two of his, and he says, I trust you. Now, take all the time you need to figure this out, but if you need anyone to talk to, I'm here too. I'm sorry that Father Valentine was lying to you. I know that must have been difficult to hear.
it's just I'm a little overwhelmed right now.
Yes, of course. I'll leave you. Just know that you have one person in your corner at least. And I'm sure the rest of us do. The rest of us are there as well. You'll know what to do. You'll feel it out. You'll act, and it'll be the right choice.
And I think I just kind of like go to like walk away. I just need to like go,
Yep.
Walk through the city, be like a nobody for a second.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of like make my way through the city, like walk along the water for a little bit. And I want to like go find Nestor.
Sure. Yeah, of course. He was at the Iron Brigade for a while, but he probably has moved on at this point. Where do you want him to be?
It doesn't. I probably would have like checked the Iron Brigade, but like if he's not there, like
Yeah. Maybe we see. Yeah, you see you walk past that, and then like we're just hearing the kind of like emotional music, and we see someone like pointing you in a direction of like where he went. And let's say he's maybe just like standing on a dock, and the sun is starting to set, right? And you guys, you walk up to him as he's standing looking out over the ocean or the bay.
I think I kind of like approach him and like take his hand like as I'm walking up next to him.
Yeah, kind of like squeeze in on
Yeah.
his side. Yeah. Yeah, and he holds your hand and then like draws you a little closer.
And I think like I'm just like still looking at the sunset and I just go, so what if I'm completely a different person than I thought I was?
He frowns and he looks down at you, like, because he was assuming you were having you guys were having a moment, and then he looks down. And
I
he's
mean, we
confused.
were, but
Yeah. He says,
you know,
what do you mean?
I talked to Father Valentine today.
The leader of your order?
Yeah, apparently he's lied to me for most of my life.
I'm sorry.
About
What
who I
happened?
am.
You went to the monastery as an orphan, did you not? Did he tell you about your parents?
That part was true. So it kind of sucks because like I'm not who he says I was, but still don't have a family.
He gives you a hand squeeze as if to say, yeah, you do.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of like, apparently, all the ladies, like Lady of Pain and Lady of Prudence and all the ladies that we've been
Yes,
figuring
Audrey was
stuff
going
out.
on about that at some point. I didn't really understand.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to, because apparently I'm one of them.
So, Audrey said that the ladies, if I remember correctly, were primordial beings from before time.
Yeah, I'm a real cougar.
He frowns and kind of does. Just looks back and forth.
And I like as I'm talking, I think I'm just like kind of like crying a little bit, just like
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
lightheaded.
And I think he says, "What does that mean exactly for you?" I mean,
I don't know.
so Audrey said that they had different specialties, personalities.
I am the Lady of Pursuit. Chaotic good. Incarnate. I
Really,
don't
really good at trivia.
He's like staring at you for a moment, and then he just nods to himself. He's like, "That makes sense."
I don't know whether it's like concerning to me. Benedict was there when Father Valentine told me, and both of you are taking it so well, like it makes so much sense. And I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing.
Anna, the things that we've been through, what happened in the Wells of Darkness specifically, I mean, all of us were changed. It just means that you... Or this is what he says. He says, all of us turned out to be special. It just means that you're a little bit more special than the rest of us. And I always knew that.
I like give him a little extra squeeze. I'm just kind of like, I guess let's find out more when we go to the Court of Stars.
Yes, I'm sure they'll have answers for you. And listen, Anna, it doesn't... I mean, it's certainly a lot to take in, but as far as I can see, you're still you. Learning some revelation about someone, it doesn't really change who they are, it just changes your perspective. You've always been the Lady of Pursuit, if what they say is true, and that means you've always been special. You've always been important. Just because you know that now doesn't really change much, does it? It just changes your perspective.
I was about to say, it's just a mindset. I never really was going out there trying to be special or important or anything.
I know. That's the only way this sort of thing really works, though, doesn't it? The people who think they're special are the ones who never turn out to be.
Yeah.
I think we've all met enough pompous noblemen to know that.
After.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this whole thing... I mean, none of us... We're all a ragtag bunch. But we are special. Not necessarily because of anything that we've done, but what was done to us. And we just have to rise to that challenge.
Yeah, having the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Anna, didn't we already have the weight of the world on our shoulders?
Not quite so much.
Well, consider your burden lighter, because I'm bearing it with you. I've got wide shoulders. I'll squeeze in there, get a little bit of it myself.
And I think I'll just like see if we can just like sit and watch the sunset together.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine the vast thing is you just put your head on his shoulder. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's the end of our session. I think we've gotten everything we need to do. I've been sitting on that reveal for a really long time. Nothing else? Well, again, I think we probably assume that like we'll pick up the next session, go to the Isle of Dread. We can probably talk a little bit about like what, because I'm imagining that likely it will be similar, where there's not going to be a whole lot of people like at Farshore specifically who you'll have to convince of anything. You'll go and catch up with some people. We'll probably try to make it briefer than this was. Maybe I'm trying to think. Because I want to make sure that I'm pushing us towards stuff that is going to be like an actual encounter, actual roles, actual stakes quickly enough here that we're not just like bouncing around vignettes for forever. I'm thinking that the Isle of Dread will mostly consist of going to... Oh, you know what? I already had a thought about this. Okay, yeah. I think we're probably done in Calabar. Yes? Question mark? And anything else?
Yeah, unless anybody wanted to buy a magic item with our party gold.
Yes.
Can we kind of we can also just like look that up and say we did it, because I imagine we're gonna have...
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, we can do it in between sessions. We can assume it's happening.
Like
feel free to buy magic items.
Actually, on that note, while we're at it, how much would a key to the Feywild for...
It's whatever the tuning fork says in the spell itself. You can just assume it's the standard price.
For plane shift. I don't think it was that much.
I think there might be something a little bit more to deal with on the Isle of Dread, or at very least in Scuttle Cove. I think I have some ideas along those lines. But the next session will likely be similar in the sense that you're going to be like going back to places you've already been before, and we're kind of skipping ahead in some time and stuff. But you guys have Amulet of the Plains now. You have ways to get around really fast. You don't need to dwell on every moment of travel or anything like that. So,
Alyssa, you have party gold? I want to take off 250 for a Feywild tuning fork.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's not a lot. I thought they must have cost a lot more at the one place, because I thought that was a bigger deal.
Well, I think the idea was that they're really like the planes we were trying to get tuning forks for are not common like the Feywild.
Yeah. Yes, just getting one to the Feywild that will just shift you parallel to wherever you are is an easy one to get.
I think they also overcharged us because they were demons.
Exactly. Yes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, next session I think we'll go to Farshore. We'll catch up with Avner and Carla and whoever else is still left at Farshore there.
Do we still have that? No. I was gonna make the joke if we still have the sword that makes it so people can't get rezzed. Then I remember where the people. Then I remembered what happened to the people who used it. So no, we got to kill them the old-fashioned way.
Yep. So we'll be able to pick up with that. As far as I remember, you guys wanted to obviously like just touch base with those people and tell them, hey, we might need you. But also, I have written down you maybe wanted to get access, like if you wanted to recruit the Phanatons. There's also the question of if you can, at some point here, whether or not it's in next session, get the Igbaye back to normal so you can recruit them. And then, I mean, if the Isle of Dread has a bunch of dinosaurs, you could also recruit some dinosaurs if you really want to.
We do have the Dimetrodon eggs. They might still be too young, though.
The Dimetrodon eggs? Really?
Yeah.
Where did you...
We found all those eggs, and so we carried them back
on
to
Farshore.
Yeah. So I remember Terror Bird eggs.
Oh,
That's
maybe
what I
that was it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was like
sorry.
flightless bird.
The Dimetrodon was the one we found in the cave.
Deli made friends with a Dimetrodon.
Yeah, I want him again. He might be dead though.
I don't.
He's been there alone for a while.
He's eating fish. He's fine.
Okay, good. Oh yeah,
if you really want to, we can go ahead.
Oh, that's right. Okay, they're definitely not mature enough because they mature in 12 months, and it has not been 12 months.
Yeah,
I have that written down.
There's also technically Ishi Uzai and his troglodyte tribe, but I think we've established that they're pretty pathetic and useless. But it's totally up to you. So basically what I want to say here is just like the next things I think on their list are Isle of Dread and Scuttle Cove, because those are the only places in the material plane that you still need to go. So tell me between now and next session what specifically you actually want to accomplish and what we can very easily skip over so that we can actually, do the right things next time and not spend any time on stuff we don't care about.
I want it to be known that my bird's name is Bartholomew.
I do remember this. Yes, Bartholomew.
The awkward part is mine was named Lavrella because I thought she was dead.
Yeah. Well, she kind of was.
Yeah, she was, but now she's not, and so that's a little weird.
Yep. Yeah. So you guys let me know.
Lavrella too.
Yeah. You guys let me know what you're interested in exploring, and this will be how it goes for the rest of this adventure. Is just like, okay, we're gonna go to the next place. You decide what your goal is there, who you want to recruit. I will put the challenges in your path that you need to overcome. So just let me know if there's anyone in particular you care about going after or what you want to accomplish on the Isle of Dread or on Scuttle Cove. Obviously you want to get the Jade Ravens, I assume. And I have an idea there. But you let me know that, and we can set that up for next time. There's something else. Who of the people in Calabar, like probably your other party members and stuff, did you want to actually bring with you on your travels going around recruiting people?
Benedict,
Nestor, and Surge, I assumed was going to be the case.
Yeah, I was like, we're still bringing our cleric.
Yep. Anyone else, or?
Oh, we need to bring anybody else just during the recruitment phase.
Yep. That makes sense to me. I mean, you could even leave like Surge behind. I figured that Emily would want Nestor to go with Anna and
I
Benedict.
Need an emotional support.
Yeah,
right
and obviously, and so you can bring Surge if you want to. Up to you guys. I mean, technically, you could bring Jiro too. I mean, that might be a good idea given that you're going to the Isle of Dread and there's tieflings there that need rescuing and things. That could be a thing. I know it's getting late, and so any questions we have about like specifics that we maybe want to accomplish next time, just shoot me a message in the chat and we can figure it out.
One thought is we'll burn this bridge when we come to it. What it means that Avner's dad is dead.
Yes, that is technically true as well. Yeah. But real quick, before we ended here, I did want to just we don't have to do an official after show, but I wanted to talk just briefly, at the very least, about what y'all thought, specifically Emily, what you thought about the Lady of Pursuit reveal. What do you think?
It's no orb, but
shook.
Gotta run to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I was just
the moment you said it, I was like, yeah, okay. I felt like Benedict in that moment where I was just like, okay, yeah. Big reveal. Big moment. I'm surprised, but also not.
I was just ready though for like
inevitable.
Because I was thinking like the whole time and from the beginning, like we've known Father Valentine was hiding something that Anna didn't know.
Yep.
And it just seemed like it was going to be he was evil and so evil.
And that's why I had to not do it.
Yeah. So it was just like he's not just like straight up evil and using like the monastery as some sort of front for evil things happening.
Making child soldiers that he like sends out to other organizations.
Yeah, because we talked about, I feel like we talked about this off stream when I was like early days, and it was like, oh, okay, like actually the monastery is just like evil and he's lying to everybody and like created this society or whatever.
I knew that was the implication the whole time, and the longer it went, the more I was like, I can't do that. That would just be too easy. Like, that needs to be something deeper going on here. I want to do a subversion. And I don't know. I really liked it.
when he was first like, "Oh, I told you you didn't have any parents," like I was about to do though. I'm your father. He's like, "I had no parents." I was like, "Oh, that's the exact opposite direction I thought he was gonna go."
Good. I'm glad. I was hoping that wouldn't immediately give it away. But
I just went for your father never told you. Obi-Wan never told you about your father.
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought that's the immediate thing that went to my head. And then it just curveballed.
Now, I made the 9 ladies without thinking Anna was one of them. So Lady of Pursuit existed before I knew that Anna was the Lady of Pursuit. But when I was starting to think about, okay, what is going on with Anna and Father Valentine? What could be the secret here? There's obviously something going on. That was what I landed on. And as soon as I looked at Lady of Pursuit, I was like, oh,
I'm
the
like,
themes though.
Also, like, so fun. Pursuit being fast. I'm so fast. The boon that I just chose was flying and like being able to like be fast flying. I have the sentinel feat to stop people.
Yep.
That's why I was asking about.
I played straight into your hand.
You did. You really did. Now, alternate could have been, there was one other option for which lady you could have been, and it was the Lady of Pits. But I felt that was probably too on the nose.
Yeah.
Still a P word, but
After Jordan said you're a P lady, all I could think of is like, I'm a P lady and I'm proud.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I'm excited to have that conversation in the Court of Stars because, according to the real canon now, the Lady of Prudence knew about this the whole time when you had that conversation. So, and the Lady of Pain knew this, So
yeah, I'm like, what the heck?
And now one of the things I want to get across here, and I think I did a little bit by implication, but basically Anna is not fully the Lady of Pursuit with all of her full power, being a primordial being, right?
Well, so, I would be concerned that I was so weak if this was my full power.
No.
Compared to what these other ladies can do.
Exactly. But the cracks are there, right? She is becoming
Do we have more pull with the ladies now that one of them is in our group already?
Possibly, right? That's certainly something that you could at least bring to bear for the Lady of Pain, right? That would be a good conversation to have. Just be like, come on, like sisters.
We're just ladies being ladies. Come on.
But that was another reason why this needed to be the reveal, I think, is because of the Lady of Pain, right? Now, when I introduced the Lady of Pain and the Blood Sister stuff, I didn't know any of this, but by the time, with everything we've gotten with Anna, it's the most thematically appropriate thing for her to also be one of the ladies so that it deepens the connection that she's had to the Blood Sisters this whole time and the Lady of Pain and all of that other stuff that's been going on. I was really happy.
No, wait, who's the Lady of Pleasure again right now?
Shami Amore.
And Shami Amore just didn't know?
Now, so do you remember last session when I kept describing Shami Amore being super frazzled, looking at Anna constantly?
That's why that was.
Yeah. Because she could see it too, right? In the same way that Father Valentine and probably all the other ladies could see it, is they can just see the power beginning to well up in you, right?
Yeah, but knowing that it's not awakened.
Yeah. And she didn't want to
I need to get out of here.
Yeah, she's like, I need to get out of here. This is bad. The Lady of Pursuit. And let's be honest, in your previous life as the Lady of Pursuit or whatever, you probably hated this chick, right?
Yeah.
You probably pursued her. Yeah.
Now I'm like, I promise I've changed. We can be friends.
We can be friends. You just have to stop being evil.
Yeah, I mean, can we come to some sort of compromise with that?
Yeah, we gotta talk about this.
I don't change at all and you completely change. Fun compromise.
Fun compromise.
Could be fun.
Yeah. We can both be chaotic. You just can't be evil. Yeah.
What if we meet in the middle of chaotic party. Neutral?
Yeah. Yep. And the fun thing about this too is that this also means that the ladies are still going to be part of the setting in campaign 3, and they could, it doesn't need to revolve around them necessarily, but they are now also part of the cosmology, and that likely means that Anna is going to remain part of the cosmology.
I just wanted to be nobody. Why?
Hey, you got to be nobody last time.
Just making me be important. I just want
Takewee gets to be nobody this time.
Oh my gosh.
Unless it was had her character turn into a goddess last time, and now she's going to give away her blessing and die in obscurity.
My characters all turn into corpses.
One way.
Actually, that's not true. The guy with all the chickens. He's the god of
Bootsy,
chickens now.
yeah.
Bootsy.
Yeah. We love Bootsy.
Bootsy.
Well, there you go.
Fun.
I just wanted to chat about that a little bit because I was pretty excited to have that reveal this time. So nobody saw it coming at all? It was out of left field.
Caleb,
in the sense
you know me. I think nothing through in the storyline. I just let it happen. I want to experience everything.
It's just one of those things where as soon as I actually decide something that is going to be true, I have a really hard time not giving it away somehow, right? Like I really want to talk about it all the time or imply it in everything that's happening. And I'm sure you guys picked up that something was happening, right? There was obviously a bunch of clues.
I thought you said there was a reason the one lady was all sketchy last week. And actually, I was flipping through my notes. I'm like, I thought I wrote that down. I must have not.
We never figured it out. I could clearly tell something was wrong, but there was no way to figure out unless I had intimidated her. So, we would have had to make another successful check to get it out of her.
I thought she had said something as to why, but I guess not. Or maybe she just said she was
Anna did an
passive.
insight check to see what was happening, but there was never really any persuasion to get her to talk or anything like that. So, well, there you go. Pretty fun. Excited to see all that continue to bear out. We'll see what it looks like to have Anna come into her full power as the Lady of Pursuit. We can talk about that more. We can
That's
maybe
what happens
more
when she gets to level
things,
21.
Right, more boon things can happen.
It's the lady level.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll go ahead and call it here, and we'll be back. Is it next time that we're playing? I feel like we are playing.
I'm free next week, but not the week after.
Yeah, I felt like 25th was going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
In theory. Okay. Sweet. All right. Well, I'm excited to do that next week. But yeah, just let me know what you guys are thinking about what you want to do next, and we can prepare for next time. All right, there we go. That's been episode 111 of Terra Invicta, beginning of season 11. I'm very excited to bring this game to its final form and to bring the Lady of Pursuit to her final form in the process. All right. Adios. Good night.